I know you're tired. I know you're hurting. And I wish I could say something that was classy and inspirational. But that just wouldn't be our style. Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Right on, baby. Right on. Chocolate with sprinkles.
This is Constantine. John Constantine. Asshole.
Lose! I don't lose! I win! I win! I'm a lawyer! That's my job! That's what I do! Buddy, this is your fucking wake-up call, man! I am an FBI agent!
People keep asking if I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
All right, man. Sip on your booze.
That's
we
it.
we got the greens.
We got the greens. We're live. We're hot.
We coming in hot.
Yep. We'll do it live. Fuck it. We'll do it live.
Do it live.
Yep. So what's up, kids? Welcome to the For Real Dough Show.
I'm Terry.
And I'm Wes. We coming at you with another For Real Dough Show movie cast again today.
Oh, shit.
It's obvious it's a pretty dead time in the world of sports. And it's kind of been a dead time in the world of news.
Everything. It's been dead all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
So, but still, no news back about the dog yet, so we don't know nothing about it.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll find out maybe here in a little bit. I don't know if you listened to last week. Picked up a dog that was hit by a car, so.
Yep. Waiting to find out the word on that.
Yeah, so it's she's healing up, and so everything's work in progress.
Yep.
So anyway, what's going on with you? What you got going on?
Not much, man. Same old.
Yeah.
I'm teleporting myself through the astral plane to be here with you here today because I'm not even physically here. I'm doing it through my superpowers.
You are because
as we speak and as we're recording, I'm at a wedding in Orlando right now.
I know. There's some crazy shit going on in this world. Like I can hear you talk in this computer, but you're not even here.
I'm in the mainframe.
So yeah.
That's it. I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me.
So this is a movie cast.
Yep.
So y'all were probably heard from the intro what we doing, and all those sounds should be familiar to everybody because it's our man Keanu.
Oh man, Keanu Reeves. Is there anybody that's like been surging in the past year or two that's as hot as Keanu is right now?
Man, let me go and tell you. Speaking of you going to a wedding, I watched him a couple of weeks ago in Destination Wedding with Winona Ryder. And it was actually a pretty good movie. It was just basically them two in the whole movie, but it ended up being good. It was weird. It was kind of like a Silver Linings Playbook. Kind of like a weird, good movie.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like quirky rom-com kind of.
Yeah, and both of them played like a fucked up person in the movie. So, yeah. So what you want to dig in first? What's your favorite Keanu?
Oh man, favorite Keanu movies are tough because it's hard to. It's kind of like you get stuck in like, what have you done for me lately? So it's hard to think past like John Wick right now because it's like John Wick.
Yeah, I mean
everywhere. It's all you hear about.
He's hot
it's
right
all
now.
you see, and that's what's hot. And the John Wicks have been. I still haven't seen the third one yet.
Right.
Got to see John Wick 3, but 1 and 2 were phenomenal and awesome, and he's a beast.
He is.
But probably Constantine's up there. It's one of my favorites. As far as like, is it like some of the best movies ever made? No, but the Bill and Ted 1 and 2 are up there. I always loved them, especially when I was younger.
Speaking of that, he's in.
They're in production with Bill and Ted 3.
They are. So I really want to see that. That's gonna be good.
I want to see Alex Winters like coming back and getting a little. It's kind of like Keanu paying it forward. It's like, hey man, give your boy some shine and some love now that you're conquering the world. But I don't think Winters wanted to conquer the world, so
he is on the
on the dark web.
On the dark web. That's his name of the game, is that dark web stuff.
Yeah, but I like those. I love Point Break. I love The Replacements.
Oh man.
I mean, yeah, because not only do I love Keanu, but Keanu is also the lead man in like one of my favorite all-time sports movies.
Yeah.
Which, if y'all hit the archives and go back, we put a lot of time in on The Replacements on our sports movies episode.
We did.
But I liked those. I liked what's something else? I mean, he's been in a ton of shit, and
he's in Toy Story 4, the new one that's about to come out.
He's had
it just came out.
Yeah, it's out right now, I think. But he's had a ton and doing real good.
Yeah,
he's had a ton of them. He's had a bunch of them I hadn't seen. I mean, he's done so much. It's easy to lose track. With bringing it back around to one of our movie crushes that always comes up with Jennifer Connelly, the remake of The Day the Earth Stood Still. He was in that with her.
Yeah.
Or he was the alien dude or whatever.
Let's see. One of my other favorite ones was The Devil's Advocate.
The Devil's Advocate was good. Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula wasn't bad. He was... I got to be honest with you, Keanu. He was not great in Bram Stoker's Dracula, but Gary Oldman stole the show in that one. He was fantastic as Dracula.
Yeah, he was. But you had some other big
Winona
names.
Ryder.
Yeah, you had some big names in there. Gary Hopkins.
Who's Gary Hopkins?
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins.
I'm sorry.
Anthony Hopkins was Van Helsing in that one.
Yep. So that was a good one.
And you said you never saw the samurai movie, right? 47 Ronin.
I have never seen that one.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good. And he was in like the weird cartoony ones, like A Scanner Darkly. Like he was in that. Oh man, and I mean, I didn't like the second and third one that much, but as a whole, I mean, I'm a fan of the Matrix trilogy.
Matrix was good, yeah, and he was also in Johnny
Mnemonic.
Yeah,
and I've never watched Johnny Mnemonic.
Yeah,
I probably went through the YouTube. I mean, apparently there's lots of like good like one-liners and clips from Johnny Mnemonic. Now I've seen most of them, but I've never watched the movie.
But one of my all-time favorite movies in the 80s, but it was right at the end of the 80s, I think it was in 88, 89, was Parenthood.
Yeah, with Steve Martin.
Yeah.
And Rick Moranis and...
Yep.
What's her name? The wife in Parenthood, and she's also the mom in Step Brothers.
Mary Steenburgen?
I think so.
Yeah, she was Karen Buckman. Yeah, Buckman. It wasn't the little boy that played on Andy Griffith.
Opie.
His brother was in that.
Ron Howard.
Ron Howard's brother was in that.
Oh, okay.
He was the asshole.
Yeah, the goofy looking one.
Yeah, he was the asshole parent that was on the baseball team.
Yeah.
Buckman. Yeah, what's
remember at the end when Steve Martin rides in like the cowboy guy and he's like on the horse and he took like the bath mats and put them on his jeans so that they look like chaps and
yeah. Clint Howard is that dude's name.
Clint Howard. You know who I remember him from? I always remember him from Tango and Cash. He was Slinky. He was the roommate that Stallone had that always had the slinky, and then Stallone ties him up.
He has him in a slinky. And another one is didn't he play in The Wraith?
Yes, I think so.
There was a movie with
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
He came back. He was like an alien.
An alien that comes back as like a But the thing is that everybody looks at him and they're like, "We thought you were dead. You're him," but he doesn't look anything like the guy that died.
He didn't. He never did. He didn't. It never looked like the brother either.
I always loved the movie, but it does not hold up.
It had Randy Quaid in it.
Yeah,
Speaking of
he
last
was like
episode,
the sheriff
yeah,
or whatever. You watch it now, and he's like, "This movie's a piece of shit," because the car that when we were kids and we thought it was so gnarly that the Wraith drove is like a Ford Probe or something like that.
Yeah, and another little bit tidbit information is Joaquin Phoenix was also the little boy that was Steve Martin's sister's son, the one that wanted to go live with his dad.
Yeah, and had the porn tapes and all that. Yeah.
The one that Keanu actually mentored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was still in Keanu's Bill and Ted Totally Tubular stage in his life, where just everything was like, whoa.
I think he's still like that.
He's still a little bit like that, but he gets pretty serious.
He does
nowadays, but and apparently is like a real life badass. Like he's big time like motorcycle enthusiast, big time gun enthusiast. Now he's big time jiu-jitsu guy,
bass player,
lead singer in a band.
Yeah, because I think he done like a couple of movies, and then he kind of like laid off and said, "I want to focus on my band."
Also,
and then he came back, and I think he done. Hell, I may be wrong. He's probably done a few of them in there in between, but then he come back and done Hardball. You remember that movie Hardball?
Yes, where with the little kids, the little kid that's got to listen to B.I.G. when he's pitching.
Yeah, yeah. That was a sad movie. I cried in that one.
Oh yeah,
that's another movie I cried in.
And also, like, you know how he dodges those bullets in The Matrix? He's also dodged the Me Too movement like that. If you watch and see online and on Instagram, all the pictures he takes with fans, never, ever puts his hand on a person he's taking a picture with. Always lines up like his arms around them. But if you look in the background of every picture, his hand is open and away from their body. Like, every time. And I'm like, this guy's a pro's pro.
That's it, man. It's
just like in the fucking Matrix. He's dodging lawsuits left and right. They can't hit him.
They ain't got no ground to stand on.
Got nothing.
I can tell you somebody else ain't gonna never have no sexual harassment charges or anything like that on them. Howie Mandel. Howie don't shake nobody's hand.
I think he fist bumps.
He does.
I think he does knuckles, because I think that's where Howard Stern got it from. I remember Howard saying, "I got it from Howie. You do the fist bump," because Howard's kind of a germaphobe.
Yeah.
Too, but nowhere near like Howie's like medication germaphobe, like bad, like OCD, like used to wear gloves everywhere he went.
Then that's his whole stand-up thing was the glove. I don't know if you remember back.
It was
in the
that,
day.
and it was Bobby.
Hello, don't know the spot or Bobby's wrong. I had the Bobby's World down pat, man.
Oh, that was spot on.
I used to go around practicing that all the time. I can't believe I pulled that right out of the hat just all of a sudden.
I'm shocked. It's like it's like you speak another language, and I just found out, you know.
And I used to be able to talk like Donald Duck, like I used to get like the air in my side of my jaw and talk.
Yeah.
But it's just I can't do it no more.
Probably the only thing I could ever do like that is when I was early in middle school, like really before puberty had hit hard and my voice really started changing.
Did you say early or Earline?
Early.
Early
in middle school.
I'm like, you wouldn't.
Early in middle school, yeah. No, early in middle school. Like when I was going into high school, I couldn't do it anymore because my voice had changed and I couldn't reach the pitch. But I used to could like really hit like this high pitch like squeak or squeal if I strained and tried real hard, and I could yelp exactly like a dog. It was dead on. We had teachers looking for dogs in hallways and everything else because I would get like Big Josh or one of them like to bang the hell out of a locker. And I would go to yelping like a dog. And I mean, they'd be like, "Oh my God, there's a dog in the hallway. Where's it at? Where's it at?" And then it helped me out because the older kids that normally probably would have picked on me or wouldn't have gave a shit thought I was awesome because I was that kid that could make the dog noise that sounded just like a dog. And then I get to high school and they're like, do the dog, man, do the dog. And I'd be like, like I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Anyways, we digress. Sorry, the Bobby's World really threw me off.
Yeah, sorry about that. Another good one. I said Parenthood. Bill and Ted. We done talk about that one.
Did we say? I said Constantine. Did we say
Constantine?
Constantine? I love that one.
And you know he had a bunch of stuff back in the early days. He moved like Bill and Ted and River's Edge. He done that.
What was the one where he was like the cop and he was either like in Japan or he was like in Chinatown somewhere or some shit? I can't remember. He was like the badass like DEA guy or something. It was like a big time like shoot 'em up movie.
The Watcher?
Way before he got big. And no, it was something like, I want to think maybe it was like Kings or something like that, or I can't remember the name of it. I've watched it I've seen it before, and it was.
Now he was a doctor in Something's Gotta Give.
Yeah.
Did you say doctor or like a crime guy?
No, he was a cop. Like I say, he was like a DEA agent.
Henry's
or
Crime?
some shit like that. I don't think so.
Street Kings?
Street Kings, that was it.
Yeah.
He was a total badass in that one.
Yeah. I'm a big Keanu Reeves fan. Keanu. Oh. But all in all, probably my favorite ones of all time, not counting the one I hadn't seen. I hadn't seen Toy Story 4 or John Wick 3 yet. But I have to put Point Break, Bill and Ted, Devil's Advocate. And
Devil's Advocate at number 3.
Yeah.
I figured Constantine would have edged out Devil's Advocate.
Replacements. It's number 4.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Parenthood is 5. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, the second.
The second one.
It fell way back. It wasn't as near as good, but it was still good. I still liked it. Station. You know, but it wasn't. It didn't crack my top 10.
Yeah.
But. And Hardball was in there.
You think they're going to CGI in Rufus in the third one? You know, now that George Carlin's gone. It'd be awesome if they, if they movie magic young George Carlin back in it.
It would almost be like they would have to.
Yeah.
So yeah. Speed. I forgot about Speed. Speed was a good one.
Speed was pretty good.
Did I already say Constantine?
I'm having a bad day. Is it because you didn't kill everybody?
Yeah. But he's always, I seen him in I don't know if it was just strictly Netflix or what kind of movie it was, but no, I think that's that Destination Wedding. I was thinking about that was a strictly Netflix or Amazon Prime or whatever movie. I watched another one with him in it. It was Knock Knock.
Knock Knock was major. Knock Knock was in theaters. No, I remember when it came
really?
out.
It was actually pretty good.
I think
it was weird though.
Did Eli Roth do Knock Knock? Eli Roth might have, and if you don't know, Eli Roth is like big horror guy.
He did,
and Eli Roth is the Bear Jew. It's Private Donnie Donowitz from Inglourious Bastards. Call back to a couple weeks ago when we did our Tarantino podcast.
Yeah,
Eli Roth did. He did the new Death Wish with Bruce Willis. He did Cabin Fever. Was like one of his big claim to fames. He did. He was in and had something to do with Piranha, the Piranha movie. So he's big, like horror buff guy. You ever see that movie where the people get lost in the Amazon, Green Inferno?
No.
Where it's like the cannibals and all that shit. It's wicked.
Oh yeah,
wicked gnarly.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. It's
kind of newer, or well, not new, but it came out like within the past 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Eli Roth did that one. But I thought he did Knock Knock. He's big time horror suspense guy. Like he's big into that.
What's your top 5?
My top 5 would be, I think number 1 would probably, man, you know, with all the good stuff, I hate to do it. John Wick's way up there. John Wick blew me away.
Yeah, John Wick. I didn't even put that into my top 5.
It was so good to me. I thought it was.
There's so many
great.
good ones.
But probably I might would have to put Constantine as my number 1, and then behind that would be at 2 would be The Replacements. 3 would be Point Break.
Yeah.
4 would be John Wick. 5 would be The Matrix. 6 would be John Wick 2. 7.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah, Bill and Ted's in the top 10, but it might be the first Bill and Ted might be like number 9 or 10.
Yeah, The Devil's Advocate.
The Devil's Advocate.
You didn't like it?
It's okay. I might not put it in my top 10. It might would be 10, and Bill and Ted would be 9.
Anything with Al Pacino, man.
Al Pacino's good. He was good in it. And I kind of like the supernatural, like devil, whatever kind of stuff. That's why I like Constantine so much. I really love the aspect of how he broke down. It was just like, I just thought the way they did it and the way it was written and all that was like a cool ass movie.
You remember Jeffrey Jones? You know who that is?
Mm-mm.
He played in Mom and Dad Saved the World. He was the dad, against Lord Todd.
Oh, yeah. I never knew that guy's name. The evil scientist on Howard the Duck.
Yep. He played...
He was Ed Rooney.
That's
on Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
Rooney. Rooney, you, sir, are an asshole. Christ. So that's how it is in their family.
Yep. Let's see, what else did that dude play on?
He's been in a ton of shit.
Beetlejuice.
He was what was the family's name that moved in? He was the dad. Not the Deets. They were the ones that were there, but the ones that moved in. No, they were the Deets.
Yeah, they was
her
the
name
Deets.
was Lydia Deets. So yeah.
The people that died, it was Alec Baldwin and
but I can't
Gina
remember,
Davis.
I can't remember their names. They were the
Adam and Barbara.
Yeah, but they were the
Matlins.
Yeah. The Maitlands.
Maitlands.
The Maitlands. Because he's reading the newspaper and he's like, Maitlands.
Ortho.
Otho.
Yeah. Let's see what else he played on. Stay Tuned was the name of that.
Stay Tuned. That was because he was the devil in Stay Tuned.
He
pretty
was.
much. It was him and John Ritter, aka Daniel Greyhouse.
That's it. Oh, Greyhouse. But yeah.
Now we're turning it into a What Jeffrey Jones podcast.
Oh man, Jeffrey Jones.
But it's hard not to go off on tangents because Keanu's been in so much shit with so many people. He is all over the place.
I mean, hell, he's been in there with Al Pacino and Craig T. Nelson was in that. He was the guy that he was trying to get out of that shit. You remember Craig T. Nelson?
Uh-huh.
He played in
I'm trying to think. I know
that TV show where he played it Coach.
Yes.
TV show Coach. He was the guy in that. Man, there's a pile of folks. You just start going down the list.
Oh man, yeah. Cause
did you ever watch The Lake House?
No. Mm-hmm.
That's whenever they're like, she's in the future, he's in the past, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And they like put letters in the mailbox.
Yeah. Isn't it him and Sandra Bullock?
That's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he played with Sandra a couple of times.
Yeah. Because they were in Speed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she fucked up and did Speed 2 with old
the other cop.
Michael from The Lost Boys. Jason Patrick, isn't that his name? I think that might be his name. It's something Patrick. But that's who it was. He was Michael in The Lost Boys. But
Yeah.
I can't remember the actor's real name. I think it's Jason Patrick. But he was the dude in Speed 2, like where they're on the boat.
Really?
The shitty one.
I got you. But yeah. And he had a lot of
I watched
chick flicks movies.
I watched one on either Amazon or Netflix that was like a straight to video on demand one that was kind of shitty but not terrible, called Man of Tai Chi, that he was in. He was running like a underground like fight club kind of thing with like a Tai Chi dude.
Mm. Right.
But oh man, he's been in plenty of them, as far as like how movies are done and like how you see. He's been in a couple that's really changed some shit up. Like I think the newest one now, like the John Wick movies. Like as far as if you want action movies and like shoot 'em up, gun movies and shit like that, he's changed it all with John Wick. Everybody's trying to make, kind of like that gritty, realistic, hardcore action movie like John Wick. And then before that, the other side of the spectrum with unbelievable, super gnarly shit, The Matrix. Nobody had ever seen anything like The Matrix with the damn multi-camera, slow-mo, 360-degree shit. Yeah.
With his arms flapping up in the air.
What
and
are
the
their
little
names?
bullet.
The Wachowski brothers or whatever. And they did that.
Wachowski.
When he had kind of faded away for a little while, and I thought he was going to be one of them guys that would just walk away from like Hollywood and fame and all that kind of shit, he got The Matrix. And I think that brought him back. That started like the Keanu revival.
Well,
you've seen him in The Matrix and you're like, oh my God. And then you've seen him in The Replacements and you're like, oh my God. And then you've seen him in Constantine. It's like, motherfucker. Yeah. Keanu. Everybody keeps asking if I'm back.
Yes.
And right now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
He has blew up in the past year or two.
Oh, man. It's bad. Like, the shit that pops up over and over and over again, but it's because of my feed and the shit that I pay attention to on social media. Now, Marvel is, like, hanging on his nuts real hard. They're going to get Keanu in... Whether it's going to be the Eternals movie that's going to come out in a couple years or being somebody in another, they want Keanu in the Marvel universe now. And once he gets in there with them, they'll probably ink him up like they did Robert Downey Jr. into like a 6, 7, 8 picture deal, and he'll just have enough money to fucking rule the world.
What's he going to be?
Don't know yet. They're just in talks with him. Like, they're interested in him hardcore, and he's interested in hearing what they got to say, but they hadn't figured it out just yet.
I'm not a comic book fan by no means, but I thought Endgame was the end.
That's not like the end. It's the end of that loop of that story. It's just kind of like the new Star Wars is going to be the end of the Skywalker saga, but there's going to be, now that Disney's got the rights, there's going to be Star Wars shit that your grandkids can watch that'll be brand new coming out. But no, it was just tying up in the end of like those characters. It was the end of like that Iron Man and Captain America and all that, just like they do in the comics. Like there's still Iron Man and Captain America and all that shit. It just might not be the same people. Like new people pick up the name and all that kind of shit. And like, I mean, there's already been like 2 or 3 Iron Mans in the comic books. They're
gonna make John Wick a superhero.
I don't know. I think one of the ones that the comic book nerds tossed around that they thought would be good is like maybe him being like the new Ghost Rider or something like that, which needs some revamping because I mean Nicolas Cage fucked that all up with not 1 but 2 shitty comic book movies.
Yeah, they was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. I mean the first Ghost Rider was bad, and they really didn't give a shit when they made the second one.
Yeah, so. But that's crazy.
They were lucky with the second one because they got Idris Elba before he was Idris Elba. Like he was just like that really handsome black British guy that you'd seen in a couple of movies, but now you ain't getting him.
Yeah.
But if you're going to join up with a universe, I'm kind of glad Keanu's going to join up with the Marvel universe and not the Fast and the Furious universe or something like that. They'd want to put Keanu on the juice to be one of their movies.
And he don't even need to be.
No, I think they're going down a lane where you're gonna have to meet like a height and weight requirement just to be in one of those movies. Especially now that they're supposedly gonna be signing up John Cena to be in the new Fast and the Furious movie. That's gonna come out.
It's all pumped up dudes, man.
I mean, even though I'm not the biggest Vin fan, but between Vin Diesel and him, and if The Rock's still gonna, I think they're getting him because The Rock's not gonna be there, because
Okay.
The Rock and Jason Statham are like within the umbrella, but they're gonna split off and do their Hobbs and Shaw shit now because The Rock don't get along with Vin Diesel. Because Vin Diesel's like, I'm the man. This is my shit. And The Rock's like, have you turned on your TV or Twitter or Instagram lately? This whole planet
I
is
play
my
Triple
shit.
X.
I mean, yeah, he's like, fuck you.
And
Triple
Rock
X.
is, I am Triple X.
The Rock's like, either in 2020 or 2024, I'm probably going to run for president. And I might fucking get it, bro. That's where I'm at right now.
I mean, all joking aside, Arnold would have got it.
Mm-hmm. If Arnold would have been a natural born citizen, he would have probably got it.
Yeah, because he would have ran and got it. Yeah.
Donald Trump's president right now. All bets are off. It's anybody's game.
Yeah, that's out the foot. Yeah. Oh my God.
Who would have
ever thought
as
that?
As soon as that happened, I was like, "Oh, it's on now."
Anybody. See, all right. So we already had a movie star, and now a billionaire to be the president here in the United States.
Billionaire / pop culture icon and reality TV star.
Yeah.
I mean, some people would argue pop culture icon. I'm like, yeah, I mean, come on now. Like, Donald Trump's like a name that you can say anywhere in the world, even before he was president.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, rich like Donald Trump. Like, you would say that.
Like, everybody knows who the fuck Donald Trump is. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
That's because he puts his name in gigantic gold letters on top of everything he's ever fucking done in his life.
Hell, I got a damn throw blanket. It's got Trump on it. Didn't even know it whenever I bought it. I bought it like way before he was president.
Yeah.
And the other day I covered up and I said, "What the hell is that damn thing?" I said, "Fucking Trump."
He's everywhere, man. There's no escape.
They ain't hell. He's making blankets.
Is that, I'm about to say something really stupid. Is that where the phrase comes from? If you trump something, or if you throw down the trump card?
I think so.
I wonder if it's like Donald Trump.
There ain't nothing stupid about that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I think he might have hit something.
Like Keanu threw down that trump card when people thought his career was over.
Oh man. But let's see. This is the movies that came out in the past 2 years.
In the past 2 years.
All right. So we got John Wick 3.
Uh-huh.
Always Be My Maybe.
Oh yeah. That's the Ali Wong movie on Netflix. Yeah, because I seen him in one of the trailers for that.
Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
John Wick 2. Did I already say that one?
Yeah.
I said John Wick 3. So John Wick 2.
Because we're saying in the past 5 years, right?
2 years.
2 years,
This is just 2 years.
Yeah, because John Wick 2 was 2 years ago.
Replicas.
Yeah.
Let's see. Destination Wedding.
Yeah.
Exposed. It's right on the line. And there was another one, the Neon Demon.
Oh, yeah. And wasn't he in that Netflix movie, The Bad Batch?
The Bad Batch. That's the next one I was about to say.
Yeah, or it was an
The
Amazon movie or something
The
like
Whole
that.
Truth. Oh my God, man. It's just... But yeah, that's about it.
Well, because he's crossed into that zone where now he'll get jobs and he'll get in movies just to do a 30-second cameo, because so everybody can go, oh, fuck, that's Keanu Reeves.
Maybe he needs to do a cameo on this show. This, just like a 30,
you know what?
Like a 15-minute
From
cameo.
what I see about like fans and normal everyday people catching him and stuff like that, if we weren't on the other side of the country, if we were like in wherever he's living doing this shit,
He would be on the show.
he'd be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do it. Oh, man.
Did I ever tell you about my band, Dog Star?
Dog Star. You guys like music?
I play a gnarly bass.
No, we just want a picture, Keanu. Okay, I'm not going to touch you, though. Oh, man. Yeah, because I think, like, because we were going down that rabbit hole, like, with his band shit when he stopped movies for a while to do his band thing. And I think he started out, like, as a Ramones wannabe, and then it sounded like he kind of found his own sound there towards the end. But I'm going to be honest with you, Keanu,
Let's just stick to movies, man.
You're a movie star, bro.
Yeah. Let's just do that thing.
You're not a rock star. You're not. I mean, everybody can't be Jared Leto.
Well, yeah, Jared's good, man. And I know a bunch of people gave him shit about the Joker, but I thought he played an awesome Joker.
I thought
in
it was
Suicide
good too.
Squad.
You got to realize though, just the balls it takes to take up that role of like, yeah, I'll be the Joker. I mean, it took balls for Heath Ledger to do that shit.
Look at just the people that played the Joker.
Yep, and
in the past,
the real Batman purists will say it took balls for Jack Nicholson to do it, because there are people still to this day that are huge Cesar Romero fans who was the Joker in the old Adam West Batman. They're like, and he was like, you watch some of that shit, it's cheesy as fuck and it's cringy to get through a whole episode.
Pop, bam.
But the Joker was fucking good every time he was the Joker and Catwoman.
Yeah.
Both Catwomen.
I also like the Penguin
good.
in the old one.
Yeah, he was all right. Really, Batman and Robin were the worst parts of the whole Batman movie shows to me.
Gee willikers.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of that, my daughter, she watches Teen Titans.
Oh, yeah.
Teen Titans Go. Yeah, which is Robin,
Yeah,
They have Batman in there every once in a while, but they have got something going on there.
Oh, yeah.
It is a good show. Like, I will sit down and watch hours upon hours of Teen Titans Go with that.
Well, being the nerd for anything comic book that I am, when they did the Justice League movie, they, which I'm going to go down an embarrassing rabbit hole for just a second, but I thought it was fucked up because they put Cyborg in the Justice League movie and he was never like a big like Justice League dude. Or nothing. It was because they were too scared to try the Green Lantern again. That was why they put Cyborg in there. But anyways, in the Justice League movie, they had to find it was a piece of shit movie. It was even worse than Suicide Squad. But they had to find a way to shoehorn into the end of it a part where Cyborg could say "Booyah." In the comic books, in the history of the comics, that's not a catchphrase of his. That's something they just made up on that Teen Titans Go cartoon. But it's what he always says in that cartoon, and it's so big and so popular they had to figure out a way to put it in the fucking movie.
Let me tell you this: there's a speaking of Teen Titans, there's a song on there by BER. It's and it actually made the
Burr.
BER.
Or is it like is it like an acronym with periods like REM?
Well, see, the guys, the people that actually wrote the song is Carl Burnett, so that's the B.
Uh-huh.
And is Frank and Ea, ENEA, so that's where the E comes from, and the R comes from William J. Regan.
Okay,
so it's like
so it is an acronym BER
for people's last name, and they had this song. It was called "Night Began to Shine."
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! It made it in the top charts, like Billboard, from that show.
Yeah.
You want to hear some of it?
I guess we're about to.
No, it's good. Maybe it won't play an ad. I hope not.
It just might.
It might. I think we're good. There's an ad. You gotta wait a second.
Yeah.
Damn ads. It ain't bad. What you think? You like it?
It's interesting.
Saw you dance from the corner I caught.
I can hear iPhones and computers and laptops closing all over the world.
It ain't that bad, man. It's all good.
Oh man, it's for the kids. He's doing it for the kids.
It is. But yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait for comic book movie Keanu. I think it'll be awesome. I think he'll fucking own it. I mean, because he's the past like 10 years, he's done no wrong in my book.
He has.
He's been phenomenal in everything.
I think every movie he's ever played in has been jam up.
Yeah, he was pretty bad in Dracula. I gotta be honest. I watched it again like a few months back and hadn't seen it in a long time, but was just like, it might have been back like in October last year. Like you get in that Halloween movie mood, and it's like, let's watch, and I'd run out of like newer shit and the classics. Like I'd done watch Monster Squad and all that kind of shit, and it's like, oh, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Well, I love me some Gary Oldman. I forgot Keanu was even in this. We'll give it a try. We'll check it out. And it might have been like him being in and out of his English, his terrible English accent.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that it was bad. He was so bad.
He was a name, though.
He was a name back then because he was fresh off of that damn that Point Break fame right then.
Yep.
But
I am an FBI agent.
FBI agent. I caught my first tube this morning.
But yeah.
Oh man, how phenomenal was Patrick Swayze in Point Break?
Oh, he was good. Now we can go a whole another rabbit hole.
Yeah, we could.
Hey,
go
what's
down
your favorite Patrick Swayze movie? Don't even say it. I know what it is. Roadhouse.
Damn right.
I know it. I knew it. It's one of my fucking favorites too.
The name is Dalton.
What was the blind singer's name on that?
In the movie, his name was Cody. In real life, his name was Jeff Healy. And he was really blind, and that was really him playing and singing in the movie. He's phenomenal. Phenomenal guitarist and singer.
Yep.
But, oh man, I fucking loved Roadhouse.
Roadhouse was good. Ghost, it was alright. But the...
One day, for people that don't know, like I've got a punching bag in my garage, and I like to go in there and bang around every now and then, and just one time, I want to be in there hitting my bag in the garage when you come over to the house, and I want you to come in there to the garage and be like telling me I don't need to be doing something and I need to calm down just so I can reenact fucking Patrick Swayze when he's hitting that board in Roadhouse. You want to fucking go? Then fucking go. Get the fuck out of here. Leave me alone. I want to do it so bad. And you can just be all like, you even got the ponytail like Wayne Garrett. You can be all like, just calm down, mijo.
Man, he did use Miho in there.
Yeah, that's what he always called him. Mijo.
But I can go on another rabbit hole with him.
Oh man, we got that. We got so many. Which that's what's not bad about Dead Time is we can always do movie casts and we hardly have to prep because we're movie fanatics and nuts. The hardest thing for us in a movie cast is staying on point with what we want to do the movie cast
we
about.
jump around so much
because we want to go all over the place.
Yeah. We got a lot of little rabbit holes.
And everybody don't speak our language, so it's hard to follow. Like, me and you know exactly where we're going.
Yeah, the whole time.
Because the whole time we'll start talking about a movie, and then we go down individual trips with, like, each character that's been in the movie. Oh, and you know what else he was in? You know who else was in that dog? Next thing you know, it's been 2.5 hours. Everybody in the house is asleep. Me and Terry's talking about movies still.
We do that constantly, and every weekend.
At least every other weekend.
But the thing that really freaked me out about Wesley I didn't know he had this thing about mustaches. So
I don't have a thing about mustaches. I just have a thing about useless knowledge and trivia.
Well, the thing is about it is just, I don't even know where to fucking begin with this. I have a mustache. Do you know the person's mustache?
Yeah, it's like
basically?
it's like mustache flashcards, and it's not even realistic pictures of the mustache.
It's not. It's just
like a cartoon like drawing of
like
the mustache.
Yeah, like a little outline type deal. So I held them up, and on the back has the answers. And, I kind of peek around there every once in a while to see what it looks like. But 9 out of 10.
Oh, I think I went like 19 out of 20.
There's probably like 100 cards.
Yeah.
And you probably answered 90 out of the 100 of them. And I was like, what? And I pulled one up, and I was like, he ain't going to never get the fuck this one. They were like, you said it.
Yeah, but it's not that freaky. Now, some of them it was freaky as soon as I seen it. I mean, I knew because who it has to be. Once I got the gist of the game, some of them I could call right out of the gate. Yeah. But there's clues on the back of the card, and I'm good with that shit. Like the clues would tip me off.
Right. Yeah,
It's like being at Beef O'Brady's or Buffalo Wild Wings or something, and they've got the trivia up on the thing. Yeah. A lot of those I can figure out, because I might not know the question or the answer, but I know about the other 3 or 4 answers that are up there. And I'm like, well, I know it's not that, and I know it's not that, and I know it's not that, so it's got to be that. And I'll get it right that way. But for some reason...
You know what that's called?
I can't figure out a way to channel this into a job where I could make money off of it, or I couldn't channel it into like a college education where I could have made money off of that. But that kind of shit just clicks in my brain, and it always has.
You know what that's called? Process of elimination.
Yep.
That little thing you need to get through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Process of elimination and deduction and context clues.
Add and subtractions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, man.
You almost choke on that drink.
I came close. I came real close on adding subtractions. Hey, you kids want to add some subtractions? We gonna learn today.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
But, all right, so Patrick Swayze, rewind. We was talking about Point Break. How good he was in Point Break.
Mm-hmm. He was fantastic. Gary Busey was good in Point Break. Gary Busey did Point Break after he went crazy, and this is one of the few ones he was in that it wasn't so crazy that it kind of ruined the movie.
Well, I thought that was like pre-motorcycle wreck.
Oh, no. He had had the motorcycle wreck by then. He had the motorcycle wreck like not too long after like fucking Buddy Holly and shit. Yeah.
You sure?
Because you can tell because he looked different after it. Like his teeth and everything. Because he knocked all his damn teeth out and his eye got jacked up.
Yeah.
Because you look at him in the Buddy Holly story and look at him after that, and he looks the same, but he don't even look the same.
Right. Yeah. I'm just going to look it up real quick.
But Gary Busey was great in it. The surf rats that they get in a fight with, aka half of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yes.
It was like Anthony Kiedis and Flea was in the little surfer gang that gets in the scrap with Johnny Utah out on the beach.
And, as crazy it is, Anthony and Flea, they always like was in little tidbit movies, here and there. I don't know if you remember them in the movie called The Chase.
Yeah.
With Charlie Sheen and
what Buffy the Vampire Slayer's fine ass Kelly Preston?
Swanson.
Christy Swanson. That's it. Yeah. Not Kelly Preston.
Yeah. And she was hot.
Ooh, yeah.
She still is. She also played in that movie.
She's been in a bunch of stuff.
Where they had to go by that Jacob tree out there in the. Not Jacob tree.
The Joshua tree.
Joshua tree.
It's Jacob's cousin. Jacob.
Yeah, that, you know that tree.
Yeah.
That's
Over in Kentucky, they got cousins of Joshua trees. It's a Jacob tree.
That's it.
Jacob tree.
But yeah. So anyway, they had to go by that Joshua tree like before like midnight or something like that, and they ended up going through hell. It was called Highway to Hell. That was it.
Oh.
It had oh shit. What was that? It was a big movie star's little brother in it.
A big movie star's little brother.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll get back to that later. I'll think of it here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So.
She was in lots of stuff. The main thing I always remembered her from was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The movie.
Yeah. I'll think of it here in a minute. I always think of that guy.
And Big Daddy. She was his girlfriend in Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Ditched him for the old guy with loose skin.
That's right.
And
He ended up
balls.
going to
Working at
Hooters.
Hooters.
That's it. Chad Lowe's that dude's name.
Rob Lowe's little brother.
Rob Lowe's little brother. That's the big movie star guy.
And that's the little brother.
That's it.
There you go.
Yeah, but Christy, yeah, she had it going on.
Chad Lowe at the Jacob tree.
Chad Lowe. That's it. She was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. She was she was in the class. She was like,
Yes.
Seeing passed out at 31 Flavors last.
Chewing the gum.
Yeah.
Blowing bubbles.
Yep. She was in Pretty in Pink. Do you remember that? She was like that little girl. Well, of course she was a little girl then, but
I can't remember her from Pretty in Pink.
I'll think of her name here in a minute.
Anyways, was she in a movie with Keanu Reeves?
She was Duckett.
She was Duckett.
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 Yeah, you know Ducky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ducky Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Which is John Cryer.
Yes, John Cryer.
Yeah. Was also entwined with Charlie Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
All them people back then was entwined with Charlie. We've been talking about Charlie for.
Oh yeah.
We hit on him a couple of times.
Charlie's been around.
Yeah, he's the tiger man.
Yeah, tiger blood. I heard something. They were talking about somebody had talked that like they had talked with John Cryer about. But he said like, I think the moral of the story was like it catches up with everybody sooner or later, and that's what he said. Like as far as acting and shit now, that Charlie Sheen, even he can't do it like he used to could do it. That it's taking a toll. But he said like I guess maybe like his whole career and maybe early on when they got together doing 2.5 Men. That Charlie beat like all he had ever seen for being somebody that could come in, sit down with a script for 15 minutes and have every single line memorized, bam, like that, and throw it down. He's like, it's a talent. He's like, it's not unheard of. He's like, but the great ones, he's like, they all have it. He's like, they just take one glance at it and they got it. And he was always a notorious one take guy. Like, you don't got to do it over and over and over again. But they said then you could tell the beginning of the end because doing that show with him and maybe his shows after he left that, it'd take 10, 12, 15, sometimes 20 takes for him to get stuff right. And it's like, oh, it finally caught up with Charlie. He can't do it no more.
Yeah.
He ain't Charlie one take like he used to be.
Well, Charlie, he was also in Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
He was, yeah. Oddly enough, as a doper sitting in the police station.
Anybody, I don't know if anybody else. Let's go do an 8-ball and let's do this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I know him and Emilio is brothers. You ever heard the story about that? About their names?
Mm-mm.
Martin Sheen, his original last name was Estevez. But
was that Martin Sheen's original name, or was that like their mother's maiden name or something? I can't remember.
He changed it.
Oh, okay.
And Emilio said, well, I'm going to keep my name the same because I think he was actually the firstborn out of all of them.
Yeah, I think Emilio's the older one.
Yeah, so that's like before they changed their names. So he kept it the same, but Martin changed his name, so then for whenever Charlie was born, Charlie has Sheen.
Oh.
So that's the whole deal about that.
So he changed his name.
So that's why Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen are real life full brothers, but that's how they got different last names.
I thought Charlie Sheen just changed his name, maybe on down the line or something. I didn't know that.
No, it was Martin Sheen that done all that. Which I don't know what. I reckon it was Martin.
I knew Martin Sheen that Sheen wasn't his
actual name,
but I thought that was why Charlie Sheen. I thought maybe he was Charlie Estevez and he had changed his
right
also. Probably the only shitty Charlie Sheen performance I could think of was fucking Young Guns, bro. I thought he sucked in Young Guns, and I thought Emilio blew him out of the water in Young Guns.
He did.
That's if you're feeling left out, Emilio, that's my one nod I'm always gonna give to you, brother. You fucking owned his ass in Young Guns when you was Billy the Kid, bro.
I'm trying to think of Emilio's name in St. Elmo's Fire. You remember that movie?
I can't. I'm not as good with St. Elmo's Fire.
I
can't even remember his name in Breakfast Club. He was just like jock wrestler guy.
Right.
That's all he was to me.
Let's see. Kirby. Kirby was his name.
Kirby.
And then let's see. Breakfast Club. Let's see. Molly was named Claire.
Yeah, I remember Claire.
And Judd was John Bender.
Yeah, I remember. See, I didn't remember John. I just remember Bender.
Yeah. Emilio was Andrew. Anthony Michael Hall was that little. His name was Brian. Yep.
Okay, Dad. Okay, son.
And old Paul Gleason was the principal, which was also the head coach on Johnny Be Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mess with the bull.
Get the horns.
You get the horns.
But my favorite...
He was also the dean in Van Wilder. I thought that was a good homage to the old school John Hughes days when it comes... And just to those kind of movies in general, because of all the people... Who's the dean? It's the fucking principal from The Breakfast Club. And who's Van Wilder's dad? Fucking Otter from Animal House.
Yep. Yep. There's a part in Johnny Be Good that always stuck out. It was funny as shit.
You're always gonna find a way to finagle Johnny Be Good in this fucking show, Terry.
Johnny Be Good is
I swear to God.
That's probably we're
doing a show about Keanu Reeves, and you're talking about Johnny Be Good again.
Man, it's got Uma in it.
And it's coming up again because you talked about it when we were talking about Quentin Tarantino.
Because we went down to Robert Downey Jr. hole, and I was like, it was Uma Thurman. Uma Thurman with Pulp Fiction. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what first, I was like, it's Johnny Be Good.
How are you gonna get Johnny Be Good in the conversation when we're talking about Patrick Swayze movies?
Well, I don't know.
I don't plan ahead, bro. It just happens on the fly.
We just went down a rabbit hole about the Estevezes and Charlie Sheen, and then I was like, and then we went to Breakfast Club, and then I was like, Paul Gleason was also the head coach on Johnny Be Good.
Oh my God!
So
what's happening?
So yeah, so that's where that went.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Keanu.
Yeah, so... Well, that's where we went. I'm trying to think of what he said. I have to look it up later.
What he says on Johnny Be Good?
Yeah, talking about getting his honey in his stanger or something like that, and talking about, watch out for them women out there that be trying to get, all your honey. And stuff. And he said, there ain't nothing that you can't do, Yeah, but anyway. No. Don't let them do it.
Yep.
There's something
I guarantee you it wasn't as good as Pain Heals, Chicks Dig Scars, Glory Lasts Forever.
No, wasn't that good, but it was still funny, because it's the whole thing of the way Robert Downey Jr. was acting. He was like, "Who wants to get?" He was like, "Yeah, me, yeah, yeah."
Yeah.
It's just his whole. He just because back in the early days he had like a little comedic
I think
stand.
I think it was a Scanner Darkly. Robert Downey Jr. was in with Keanu Reeves. There you go. I just brought it full circle for you. You're welcome.
What?
Yeah, like they were in a movie together. So there you go. I even helped you tie up the knot of your Johnny B. Good and Keanu Reeves in our Keanu Reeves podcast. They were in a movie together.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's the only actor that I know that actually starred in that filmed with both the Phoenix boys, Joaquin and River Phoenix. He was Joaquin in.
He was his mentor or whatever. He was
he was about to be his brother-in-law.
Yeah, he was his sister's boyfriend in
Parenthood. They ended up getting married, so it was his brother-in-law.
Yeah, yeah.
And River Phoenix, he played in.
You told me about that one.
My
that
private,
one was,
Idaho.
oh yeah, my private Idaho or something like that.
Yeah.
Or my personal Idaho or some shit.
My home Idaho. Or...
I don't know. It was about Idaho. River Phoenix was in it, and they had Keanu Reeves in it.
Yeah, but anyway, that was.
I bet if he had still been alive, River Phoenix would have been one of Bodie's homies in Point Break.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
He had that written all over him.
He'd
have been one of the dead presidents.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's see, my own private Idaho. That's what I was looking for. So yeah,
I got you.
So yeah, well, we're about the end of this one. So
we're about there. It's about that time.
It's about that time, and it was good. Talking about Keanu there for a little bit, and then we got on tangents. It's easy to do, man.
It is easy to do when you're talking movies, especially.
Yeah, so
it's been real, dog.
It's been fun. It's been for real, though.
Yep. Y'all go watch a Keanu Reeves movie. Watch your favorite Keanu Reeves movie. And watch Johnny Be Good while you're at it. I'm never going to watch it. My mission in life is to go the rest of my days with never watching that movie.
Well, see, now we're going to have a bet. And it's going to entwine Johnny Be Good. You're going to have to watch them shits.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Pick your poison.
All right. We'll work on that.
Yep.
I'll put some ideas on the grease board for that one.
There you go. But anyway, hit us up on Facebook, Ferrado Show.
Yeah, iTunes, YouTube. Like us, subscribe. Hit us up on Twitter at ForRealDoS. And join a group on Facebook, Ferrado Show group.
You can email us at ferrildoshow@gmail.com.
Yep. Get in, check out our Patreon. Donate to the Patreon. All monies goes to St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
And anybody that actually donates, we'll actually give you a shout out on the show.
Yep.
We'll say your name on the show. So
give you a shout out. Might even get you info, send you a sticker.
Yep. And appreciate to our one. Well, we had some weird.
Our one fan.
we had a weird fan there. I wouldn't really call him a fan, but he was in Sweden.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're worldwide.
We're worldwide now, son. So that was. I pulled it up on the Buzzsprout page.
First the Wiregrass area, next Scandinavia is where
that's
headed
it.
Now, next time you hear us, we might be coming at you live from Reykjavik or some shit.
Some little small town in Russia.
Yeah. That's it, man. We'll be broadcasting with old Halfthor the Mountain from Game of Thrones over in Iceland.
That's it. But yeah.
Yep.
All right, man. Well, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a good one.
Yep. Be nice to each other. Don't be a dick.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Barbra Streisand.
maybe it was. Hell, I don't remember when. And when I felt for myself, I fell off the chair and sat me next to you.